To EFC TV. This is the let's random ones for a while, but this is the what's the topic, and I'm just going to talk about this is a topic it's just a topic I thought of. It's just a topic I've just been thinking of this week, and obviously, and the topic this week is what is wrong with Everton's recruitment. It's the first one, and why isn't it working, and what is the plan with Sean Dyche as manager. Right, recruitment wise, listen, right. Listen, I've said for a few years now, our recruitment isn't great, or because it's not. Our recruitment isn't really good, because obviously our recruitment isn't really good, because again, our recruitment's under Moyes was actually decent good recruitment, because we bought players and who obviously weren't great players, but we bought players and who could do a job, who could do a decent good job in a position that we need them to be in, and they played in the position pretty well. Let's go. I actually remember us signing a few players, I remember signing players like Tim Cahill and Ken. This was my favourite player was Ken Ross. Getting players Ken Ross. Players like that. I think obviously they come in and do a job and whatnot, and then obviously we scout these players. I think Moyes has scouts and talent, and he'd go and talk to play and get him and sign him and whatnot and stuff like that. Well, I think now though, with us having a director of football, it's just something let me personally, I understand why we have one, because it's director of football, it's more on football for you. But again, me personally, I think director of football stuff is made for the big solid clubs like Juventus, AC Milan, like Man City, clubs like that, right? Liverpool's well in there as well. Liverpool's well, they mentioned Liverpool as well, they're as well, because again, they have one. Arsenal as well. Again, I think with us though, Moyes used to do this great thing, right, where Moyes used to send scout out, look at this player from Europe or from England, whatever. He'd go on, he'd actually go, and he said, listen, Moyes, he did a good job, position, and so on. And basically, Moyes would go, and then Moyes would go and, go to the player, then go to the club with the player, and then he'd say, listen, right, we're going to offer so much for him, right? And then they probably did, and then we'd come back in, and then Moyes would come in, and he'd just do that. He'd go, you know what, we're going to buy this player now, and then let's not have that much money, and then the club, yeah, fine, and then the player would play for him, and then stuff like that. If we don't play that stuff now. But again, like I said, it's just, I think with this, though, it's an annoying thing, because again, I think with this, though, Moyes, I remember when we actually signed players, I remember when we signed players like Tim Cahill, Kevin Ross, even like players like Stephen, also players like Stephen Naismith, like players like Tim Cahill who could do a job. Tim Cahill's a brilliant player, could play on like the width, like he could play in the midfield, and he could play on wing as well. I think now he'd be like a winger more or less now, but yeah, he could play there. But he used to go and buy these players, like players like Johnny Heiting, I can't remember, I think his name, obviously, players like Johnny Heiting, players like that, and like Stephen, players like that were great players. Oh my God, they're amazing. What was I think like Moyes, I think like Moyes is 3 or 4 years at the club. Again, he was so good at just doing that. He didn't need a director of football. He didn't need a director of football. He didn't need one. He'd go and he'd get deals, so he'd sign the player. Bang, deal done. Now, I think that's what director of football. What you have to do that is you have to go, like scout, and then I think obviously the scout would go to the director of football, and then the director goes first to manager. And then the manager goes, oh, and then he goes, I don't like him, he's not a good player. It's like that now. I go, what? You know what I mean? I don't get it. It's just really, strange and weird and stuff like that. It's just, I don't get it, man. Yeah, listen, I think, back up. Listen, right. Okay, so I went off. Listen, guys, I do apologise for going off the rail then, but I just thought I'd let you know, guys, because that's, because I remember that era and all that stuff, so yeah. Listen, I said, you know what, I said, that's the same because I forgot what I was going to say then. I forgot. I think I was saying for the question, right? Listen, I think I was, listen, I think our recruitment could massively improve, because again, our recruitment is our recruitment's bad, but it got worse, and now it's come really bad. Where point I'm going, we're looking at players who, not all players, but I think Sean Dyche, and then I think also Sean Dyche and Thelwell. I assume both get along. I don't know, but again, it just seems like there's a bit of a thing there where obviously Sean Dyche is looking for a certain player, then Kevin Fowles trying to get that player, but applying that player now, you can't find it because again, you look now. I think modern football now, it's really. I don't understand it, but it's me. But I don't understand personally. But it's blown out of proportion because it is. It's blown quite. It's out of proportion now. What it is, just I can't blast. I question what's going on there. As therefore, you know what? Listen, I do think our recruitment. Listen, I think our. Listen, I think our recruitment could massively improve this game. You know what? I prefer if we didn't. Listen, me personally, you know what? You know what? I prefer if we didn't have the dress football. Listen, me personally, I'm a little bit dress football because you know what? I think we should or shouldn't have because again, I think they're good and the bad. But again, you know what? Me personally, I think the manager should just be going outside and players he knows and they could play. Listen, me personally, I would rather. Me personally, I'd rather see that happen because again, you know what? I think I'd like to see more of that because again, you see that you know what the player's gonna get and that's it, right? The scout will go out and the players want, and then the manager goes to the players like Moyes used to do. Again, listen, man. Listen, it might sound like a bit. Listen, man. Listen, I know it sounds like. Listen, I know it sounds like. Listen, do pod. It does sound like I'm an old man, but it's just I remember of that era and stuff like that. Again, like I said before, I think now you don't see that. You don't see that anymore, which is. But listen, I'm not getting about that, but yeah, go on. Yeah, obviously that's the first one. I think the first one. And so you know what? I actually generally think our recruitment is actually that bad. We need to like seriously listen. I think we need to seriously massively to prove. Listen, let's me personally. You know what? I think. Let's me personally. You know what? I think we need to improve. Let's me personally. You know what? I think we seriously need to improve our recruitment because again, our recruitment is really that bad, right? We've bought players, but we bought position. The players we've got aren't the skill set for that position. Then we've had to buy more players, and then I think like numerous managers come in and then they've put the 1-to-1, but and then the basis team is full of making up the players and the management for years. It's like and you're going, oh, this team's full of him. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. It's like, wow. Right, obviously that's the other one. Obviously in the second one, obviously that's me thoughts for the first one. Then on why is the club why now again on what I don't know why isn't it working. Obviously why isn't it working and what's going on now. I think obviously the first now and also the first one obviously I think obviously now the second one, so the third obviously. Why is it now? Again, I think with this it goes back to recruitment part, but again, I think why it's not working. I think Sean Dyche. I honestly don't know why it's not working with Sean Dyche. I don't get it. Is it because Sean Dyche plays a certain way? It's not being played anymore. Is it that or is it something else? I honestly don't know. But I think it might be to do with the way the players we get, the players Sean Dyche wants to get. Again, I think the players Sean Dyche wants to get because one thing obviously I think obviously Sean Dyche is that to look at the squad right and gone. I've got those set of players in there. I've got those set there. He's looking right. That set there aren't brilliant. They're not great. But that set of players over here, young ones, they look good. They look like good soft players and all stuff, right? But again, I think what? It's just like there's nothing. What? And now and then obviously Dash is going. What? Right? The players inside. There's no players that I want. I want to sell those players. But the thing is, if I sell them, I've got a squad. But players inside, the young players, guess what? They might be listen. They might be decent. Listen, they might be good sort of players. Might not be. You don't know because that's why you have to play them. That's why you have to play them more. If you don't play them, they're never gonna learn, are they? That's the thing. Also being a man, you have to be able to change players, not change players. You have to change positions of players. Playing like players can play. Listen, you look at that's right. Listen, Listen, there's nothing but to do with top four clubs, but again, looking at the likes of Man City, Liverpool. You look at like Man City, Liverpool. Look at them. Look at those two managers. Okay, so listen, look at the likes of Klopp and managers our rivals Liverpool, and then you look at Man City. Look at the management quarter. You see what he does. It's like, wow, he can do that. Like, he can actually do that, right? I think with Dyche, I think he has it in him, but I think Sean Dyche has something like that in him. But again, I think Sean Dyche, it's just like, I won't Premier League proven trusted players. Listen, right, I get the understand that I do, but again, you can't always rely on that because again, listen, I think, okay, it's something like Premier League proven players in this I think this modern age, right? Not modern age, I'm talking about modern age, like modern day football. Again, you talk what these players, 30, like 130, like in the late 30s now, and they're not like, I think the ways of football's changed since, like, they play and stuff like that. And you just go, right, you're doing that right and stuff like that. It's, and you just question it, go, right, okay, all right. And again, listen, guys, I honestly don't know why it's not working with Dyche so far. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it isn't working with Dyche. I also don't know why, but again, I just think it's maybe the style of play that he has or hasn't got. I honestly don't know. It's just, I really honestly don't know, because I just don't get it. I just don't get what Sean Dyche is trying to do with this squad. I just don't get it. I just go, why are you playing that way, but last season played that way? You just don't get it. Listen, okay, so maybe it's just me, but I just think it's just really weird, just strange. Yeah, and what is the plan with Sean Dyche? Same much really. I do not know, because Sean Dyche is a weird manager. Because again, obviously, because one, I think we've been into a few players over the summer as well. But as well as that, right? Okay, so that's right. We haven't got a striker in, or a listen. Okay, listen. Sorry, listen. Okay, listen. We have got a striker. Obviously, we signed the young Sport Lisbon striker, Yusuf Shemiti, I think his name's. Obviously, we signed him. We signed Jack Harrison on loan. Obviously, we signed what's his name? We signed Yusuf Shemiti. Obviously, we signed the young 19-year-old Yusuf Shemiti. We signed him from Sport, and we signed Obviously, we got Danjuma on loan from Villarreal. We got Jack Harrison on loan from Leeds. So again, listen, I think we have to sign some players like that. I think, obviously we have to sign players who can play in that left and right wing position. But again, up front, and then I think obviously up front in middle we've got. I think obviously up front we haven't really signed anyone who's a solid striker who can create a chance, not create a chance, can actually someone create a chance and he can actually score a goal. We haven't got someone who can actually just put the ball back in the net when we need to. But again, I think it's got recruitment as well. I think it goes back why it's working. But again, I think with Dyche, we need to really, we actually really do need to I think we do actually need to look. Listen, right? I think that Dyche. Let's think Dyche does need to actually look and go, well, like, what's my plan here? What am I doing right? Am I going to play a 4-4-2? Am I going to play a 4-5-1? Am I going to play 4-5-1? God, not 4-5-1, but am I going to play a 4-2-3-1? Like, that's it. Listen, we don't know what Sean Dyche's plan is going to be. Listen, we don't know what Sean Dyche's plan will be. With the formation. I think with the style of play and the formation that we go with for every home and away. For every home and away. For every home and away game. Sorry, for every home and away. Excuse me. For every home and away game. Excuse me. For every single home and away game. Yeah, game. For every single home and away game we've got in the Premier League. Again, let's run. Let's run. Look with what Sean, and then I look at what we. Look at the formation we had against. I look what we did. Not did, but I look what formation, what the squad, and I think what the starting 11 and the squad was against versus Thelwell. I looked and let's go. And I thought, why is Michael Keane playing again? I thought, why is that? Michael Keane, right? Last season, Michael Keane wasn't able to get in the first team because in the final two home and away games. Your home and away games. Obviously, home and away games. We had home and away games. We had obviously kept us up for the last day, which even now still mind-boggling me why. As I thought, and I just think stuff like that. But again, like I said before, right? I just think with dyche, you don't know what he's really planning, what he's planning on doing. You don't know. So again, I think also, listen, right, was it? Okay, listen. Obviously, my answer to that is I seriously, honest to God, I seriously, honest to God, don't know what his plan is going to be. I honestly don't know what Sean Dyche's plan is. So I don't know what formation he's going to. We don't know what formation he's going to go. We don't know what style play he's going to go. So we don't really know what he's doing. So again, like I said, I honestly don't know what he's doing. I really don't. But hopefully he actually chooses what he's doing as manager, and hopefully you can actually get the formation right, choose right players, so on. So yeah, guys, let me comment below. Do you think guys, let me comment below. Guys, let me know comments below. Do you think guys, let me comment below. Guys, let me know comments below. Do you agree with what do you agree with what I've said then? Disagree with do you agree with guys, let me know comments below. Do you agree with what I've said? Do you disagree with do you agree with what I've said, or do you disagree with what I've said? Do you think I'm wrong or right about what I've said, or anything like that? Or do you think Sean Dyche does have a plan, but we don't know what the plan is yet? Or, like that, or anything like that really? Do you think do you think Sean Dyche does have a plan and he's just trying to, and two right, do you think Sean Dyche does actually do you think Sean Dyche does actually have a plan, or doesn't have a plan, or anything like that? You know what? I'd really, really, really appreciate you guys subscribing to EFC TV at youtube.com because one, you want to hear all the latest Everton. You want to hear all the latest. You want to hear all the latest Everton news, and you want to hear about all the latest Everton news as well. And you want to hear about all the latest Everton news as well as getting up. So and you want to hear about all the latest Everton news, and you want to see great video content like videos like this, like with topics and match previews and match reactions, match 11 shows, and obviously you want to also see exclusive videos obviously exclusive videos like some my combined 11 videos like that as well. You also want to hear about these videos in the first place, and you want to hear about every single other video, and you want to hear about every single video of his channel, and you want to hear about every single video of his channel, and you want to hear about every single video of his channel. I can't say it which sounds really annoying now. And obviously, until you want to hear about every single video of his channel as well. Yeah, you want to hear about every single video of his channel as well. Yeah. Just subscribe to. At least when you hear, and you want to hear, and you just want. Obviously, you want to hear about every single video do for his channel, and you want to see every single video do for his channel as well. You know what? I'd really, really, really appreciate you guys subscribing. I said that before. I really appreciate it because one, right, it absolutely massively helps. Because it absolutely massively helps the channel out. Because one, it absolutely massively helps the channel out, as well as I imagine it helps you guys out. I imagine it helps you guys out with watching videos on YouTube as well, and I imagine it helps you guys out when watching videos on YouTube. I imagine so. And two, I imagine it helps you guys out. When watching videos on YouTube as well. Hopefully it does. We'll see. Hopefully it does that. We'll see. Yeah. Also, don't forget, guys, I'm doing my match preview. Will be out. I'm doing match preview. I'll be doing match preview on. I'll be doing the match preview. I'll be doing the match preview on Thursday. I'll be doing a video for the match. I'll be doing the match preview on Thursday obviously I'll be doing the match preview on Thursday, and then I'll be doing my starting 11 show on Friday. So, and also don't forget, I've got the Premier League picks video coming out on. I've got the Premier League picks. I'll be doing the Premier League picks video as well on Friday as well. I'll be doing that as well because there's a few, quite some ones interesting. But I will be doing something as well. I'll be doing that video as well. So yeah, so.